Hello, and welcome to A Quickie with Karen.
In regards to being outside and not telling men that you're transgender up until it leading to sex, I hate and I don't agree with when men say, or other people like some women say that you need to tell them that you're trans even before the date. No, they're going with a woman, they're going on a date with a woman. That is what they're consenting to. You are dating a woman or going on a date with a woman. But then if you have a penis, like I said earlier, then that's why you need to tell them, because they're expecting a woman with a vagina, not a woman with a penis. So yeah. But yeah, so when you are casually dating and going to tell them in the end, again, like the first instance, make sure you're in a public setting or a safe setting. You don't always have to be crowded around with swarms of people, but like some people, yeah, and you have your wits about you, you're not like off your face, drunk, inebriated, and you just have like the confidence just to say it, just to tell them that, hey, I am transgender. If that's not for you, then this was a nice experience, I hope you enjoyed yourself, and then we can just part ways. Basically, almost all of my encounters, people still wanted to pursue me, but it was just a quick shag, basically. Not the actual shag itself, because I could never, but it was just like they do the do and then they bounce, because being trans is like a double-edged sword, especially if you're quite passing like me and you're quote unquote deemed as attractive, beautiful, etc, etc. So yeah, that's the way that you can hook up when it's organic like that.
Well, that's interesting way of thinking about things, Sienna. Let's have a little look at this.
Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a
Bit more,
video
Sienna.
on why you shouldn't tell guys that you're transgender. I know what you're thinking, oh my god, you're still a bitch, you're gonna get killed, blah, 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 blah. But I've lived as a trans woman for over 2 years now. I've been female presenting. Do you like my nails? Groovy, the 70s vibe. I've been presenting female for much longer than that, and I just know how to navigate life. But hear me out, it's not deceit, it's not rape that people like calling it over on social media, specifically TikTok and American TikTok. So why you shouldn't tell guys you're transgender is as easy as follows. You don't want that to be your label in life. You don't want that to define you, and it shouldn't define you. And yeah, it cuts off a lot of chances for potential suitors. If they found out, they would almost immediately cut ties off, because they're scared of what other people think. So yeah, and that's a real reality that we have to face. And what I do is that I go on dates, I meet potential suitors out and about from just partying, I like kiss them and everything, whatever. And if it gets all the way intimate, same as dates, I have to tell them, because I don't have a vagina, the genitalia that they're expecting. But if I did, I wouldn't have to, unless it got serious whilst dating. Telling guys that you're transgender not only hinders your chance, but you can't help but subject yourself to ignorance. And once you plant that in their head, they might just instantly sexualize you. They might agree to going on a date with you or sleeping with you if you're already out and about, but you might not hear from them ever again. And if you do, they might just strictly want to sleep with you and just overly sexualize you. So the game plan I go in with is for them to just get to know you, like get to know who you are, the woman you are, and how lovely you are. If you want to go on dates, or if you just want to sleep around, yeah. So that's the reason why I don't tell The argument against that is that I'm being deceitful, deceptive, a rapist. Look, I have to tell guys I am transgender. I want to get sexual because that thing downstairs is going to be a shock to the system. So yes, it's a shock to me. But yeah, so that's why I don't tell them like right off the bat. And yeah, I don't think you should.
Oh, looky, look, she dropped one this morning. Let's have a look.
Hi everyone, my name is Seana Momsen and it is almost the new year. I have new hair and I'm still transgender the last time I checked. So yeah, I hope you had a lovely festive period. I've done an article on the BBC about like chosen family and having a lovely period of festivity with your chosen family, which basically means saying, hey, I like you, I've met you in this walk of life, and you are basically going to be a member of my tribe, and that tribe can grow across the pond, the whole world. And basically, I spent it, as I've done the last few Christmases, with chosen family, so it's a blessing to be able to connect with people, and yeah, you've chosen your family. But regardless of that, I hope you have had a lovely Christmas and I hope you have a lovely New Year. But by today's video, I am doing part 3 of why you shouldn't tell guys, men, cisgender, heterosexual men, or even trans men, that you're not transgender. That you're transgender. And sorry, I've got like delirium going on. I actually posted a video on TikTok yesterday and it's doing the rounds, it's doing the numbers, hun, with the comments specifically, probably most likely from the US of A, America. And they're really, really, really against trans people not disclosing their transness. And the way I've done my video, it doesn't necessarily say that it doesn't cover the basis that you will obviously tell them eventually that you're trans, but not from the get-go. You won't say it like when you're first meeting them. Why should you? Why do you need to explain yourself? A person that is a natural brunette that has freshly dyed blonde hair going on a date wouldn't disclose that they're a natural brunette, even if I'm quite annoyed because my video got cut off, but I know where I last left off. I was just talking for fucking years and years and years. But basically, the guy likes a blonde and he doesn't like people that fake their appearance or whatever, but you've dyed your hair blonde. You don't need to tell them that you're a natural brunette because they're seeing what they're seeing. Yeah, it's on the line of, on the like verge of like not being honest in that grey area, but it's not a bad thing. It's not equivalent to a sexually transmitted disease. Trans is not that. It's on the lines of not being a natural blonde, basically. That's all that there is to it. And yeah, and a lot of men, especially on those the comment sections I got on my TikTok, saying you're being deceitful, you're lying, that's sexual assault. What? Me going on an innocent date is sexual assault? That says a lot about you and your intentions of what you want out of the date, which a lot of women in this world experience, of like men just trying to get into their pants because they feel so entitled to getting jiggy with them, literally. And that's all about that there is to it. It's their expectations of, oh, I'm taking you out, I'm entitled to get your body by the end of this date, by the end of a couple of dates. Like, they're thinking, some men are that crazy to think that 1 date, 2 date, they're literally going to wait to just sleep with you and then piss off. It is what it is. They just feel really, really entitled to that. And it's not gay. I need to put that to rest. Like, what kind of gay man would be into this? I'm sorry, like what? Like what? I don't get it. The math isn't mathing. Like, what?
I'm going for bisexual men are into trans women. Not that all bisexual men are into trans women, but if you're into trans women, you're bisexual.
What? So, yeah, a gay man would not be into me. Like, literally. A straight man, yes. Heterosexual, straight, cisgender man, trans man, or people that just like women. And some people like a woman with a penis. Some people like a woman with a vagina. Some people like women with both. Not obviously not at the same time, but that's another story. Yeah, like it's just not adding up, and it just says a lot about them and their expectations and them being afraid of societal norms of their family disowning them, shunning them, friends mocking them, disowning them, shunning them, and just fear of being ridiculed by the general public because trans isn't accepted still yet. Just being, it's just, yeah, it's just not accepted. We're not at that stage where like you're gonna have a group of lads being like, yeah, I'm going on a date with this chick, yeah, she's trans, look how hot she is, blah 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 blah. You're not going to hear that. You're never going to hear that. Not yet, at least. That's not the norm. People are very, very discreet because it's taboo. People are very discreet because there's a lot of preconceived notions of what trans in, i.e., a man in a wig, a tranny. I can say that word because I'm trans. Yeah, it's a piss take, and it's just really, really getting old of like gay men say being told that they're into someone like me. They're not. Like straight men that are so vocal because they feel a type of way sexually about girls like me, telling us that it's gay if a guy goes for you. Well, no. What if I have a vagina? You're not privy to that information. You don't deserve that information. But what if I do have a vagina? Surgically, yes, but I still have a vagina. Does that make you gay? Like what? Like it's just so silly and juvenile, and some people can't see past the genitalia, and that's fine, but you don't need to be an asshole about it. You don't need to say that they're still gay if they're going for you. Like, no, it doesn't bother you. It really doesn't. And you can't use religion as an excuse to enable shitty behaviour. I'm sorry, no. If you don't have anything nice to say, you shouldn't say it at all. And then there's the argument of like brainwashing people of saying trans women are women, but that's again another story for another day because
She was very interesting and has put some interesting thoughts into my head that I will meditate on. That wasn't a very quick quickie at all, was it? Anyway, thank you for sharing some time with me and Sienna. We'll see you later. Bye.